ayeuna asal mula ngaran tempat Legok Tepus. Di desa Cihanjawar, Kecamatan Nagrak, aya hiji lembur anu ngaranna teh Lembur Legok Tepus. Eta ngaran lembur teh aya caritana. Tak ieu caritana. Dan mungkin dia barudak. Baheula pisan di hiji tempat anu rajek tangkal tepusna hirup mini-mini jeung aki-aki. Hiji mangsa silih ngadenge suara orok nyaean. Atuh diteangan ku silih teh nepi ka panggihna. Gara-gara suara orok nu aya-ayaan di harita lembur beladinya teh katalahna jadi lembur eak. Eta orok anu pamanggih teh telila gering. Nah, punyanya nepi ka maotna. Ari maotna teh kusabab sini teu bisa nyusuan. Dados eueuh si susuna bakating ku geus kolot. Akhirna orok teh dikubur dina handapkeun tangkal tepus. Tapi sanajan orokna geus dikubur oge, masyarakat didinya angger nyebutna teh lembur eak. Eta lembur teh pikasieun jeung pikasieun. Lamun piketing masyarakat anu ngaliwat ka lembur eta osok mindengan suara orok anu eak-eakan. Nepi ka hiji mangsa masyarakat anu deukeut jeung eta lembur teh badami. Anu maksudna hayang ngaganti ngaran eta lembur. Akhirna masyarakat sapu ngaganti ngaran lembur eak jadi lembur Legok Tepus. Alasanna mah aneh teu sieun cenah lamun lalar liwat ka eta lembur. Nya hidanget harita tepi ka kiwari lembur eta teh ngaranna jadi lembur Legok Tepus. Nah eta asal murah ngaran lembur Legok Tepus. Karunya nya eta orok usilili teu dibere susu jadi we mau nya. Nah sekarang itu tadi presentasi dalam bahasa Sunda atau yang disebut dengan nada. Sekarang presentasi dalam bahasa Inggris atau biasa disebut dengan storytelling. Ya, mangga sih.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Pascal. Today I'll be telling you the story of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. This story is offered by Rick Gordon and published by Disney Hyperion Books. The story starts off with a 12-year-old boy named Percy Jackson, who has dyslexia and ADHD. He's constantly getting into trouble, so much so that he's transferred schools 6 times in just 6 years. While on a field trip to Metropolitan Museum of Art, his life is turned upside down when his math teacher, Mrs. Goss, turned into a fury, a woman with bat wings, talons, and yellow fangs. She attacked Percy. Luckily, Mr. Burner, Percy's Latin teacher, came in for the rescue, throwing a pen at Percy that transformed into a bronze sword. Percy uses the sword to disintegrate the furry. Once Percy returned back to his room, somehow no one even remembered who Mrs. Dawson was. It was like she never existed at all. Percy returns home only to be greeted by his abusive gambling addict of his stepfather named Agliano. Not long after, Percy's mother arrives home from her work, taking Percy out on a weekend trip to the beach. Suddenly, a giant rainstorm came pouring down, accompanied by horrible wailing. A knock came at the cabin door. It was using Percy's mom until she turned to a shower of gold. Heartbroken, Percy continues on, passing the coppery line of Count Half-Blood. There, Percy reunites with his Latin teacher, who is in fact was a minotaur named Chiron, the mentor of heroes. Percy learned of the existence of Greek gods and Olympus, which hovers invisibly over the Empire State Building, and that the gods have children with humans who are hunted by monsters. Camp Half-Blood is where those children learn to fight against those monsters. Percy meets Annabelle, the daughter of Athena, and Luke, his son of Hermes. There, he also found a new enemy in Clarence, a daughter of Ares. Percy's godly parent is unknown until a trident appears above him during a game of capture the flag, where he was recognized as the son of the Poseidon, god of the sea. After this revelation, Percy learns that there's trouble in Olympus. Zeus' lightning bolt is missing. Zeus blames it on Poseidon, believing he used Percy to steal the lightning bolt. A plot to overthrow Zeus. Zeus has given Poseidon until summer solstice, 10 days to find his weapon. If not, there shall be war between the two gods. Chiron believes that Hades, lord of the underworld, is a real culprit, using the appearance of the lightning bolt to use as a point against two brothers to fight. Chiron tells Percy to travel to the underworld, whose gates are in Los Angeles, and that he should do it on foot, as Zeus will strike him down if he tries using the skies. Percy consults with the oracles, prophesying that 1. You shall head west and face the god west turn. 2. You shall find what was stolen and see it till you return. 3. You shall betray one who calls you friend, or you shall fail to say what really matters in the end. Percy then encounters many different monsters on his journey. Medusa, Chimera, and Prosperous Destructor. And also, the Lotus Hotel and Casino. He also met Ares, the god of war, who gives Percy a payback for doing him a favor. And Arya, who gives Percy some pearls from Poseidon, that can return them to the sea anywhere and everywhere. Once they arrive at the underworld, the friends realize that they struck the culprit behind the state. The missing weapons is actually Protos, who is trapped in Tartarus, and can still simulate the dreams of gods and humans alike. He wishes to bring war between his god and sons. He also feels that it is Homo Breton and the immortal hero, who was subsequently captured by Ares. He intended to keep them to himself, becoming the Ares for the Percy, and now he believes that Percy is the one who stole his mom. The very day he returns it before releasing his mother, the only two girls, Percy chooses to save his friends, promising his mother that he will return. They return to the bird in the summer, where Percy battles against Ares for the golden helm, giving the helm to the first return to the overworld before traveling back to the North Earth with the lightning bolt in front of it. Well, that's it. Goodbye, everybody.